Welcome to the Windows channel, and this is a little advanced look as we are moving along to the Fall Careers update with our insider builds. I thought that it'd be interesting to look at the new stuff a little bit, think about Fall Careers update, what it's going to bring, and once again, remember that yesterday Microsoft opened the Creators Update to everyone. It even has approved Creators Update for Enterprise, basically. So if you don't have Creators Update yet, go and check out your Windows updates. It might actually be there waiting for you to just download and install it. If it doesn't show up, like I said, your computer has something that's just not compatible with it. So I ranted a little bit last week about how maybe 2 updates a year is a lot, and basically, people don't really want all the features that are showing up here. The majority of users just want to have and probably just do one thing: turn on a computer and do a couple of things that they do all the time: email, a little bit of internet, whatever. And then they, just shut down the PC and they never think about it. They never look at anything else. And that's the majority of people. And you're wondering, Microsoft is putting a lot of effort with the Fluent design and this acrylic look, for example, changing the way things look, folders in the start menu, the way that the notifications will appear or that are different. Even now, we have an add-on in this build of phone where you can connect a phone. And so the settings menu is changing. With Cortana having new commands and stuff. But let's just go down to the basics. You turn on your PC, you probably do a couple of things, and the only real people that will look at all of this and say, wow, this is neat, is people like me and some of you that are following me because you're tech enthusiasts and you kind of find it cool when you see new things and you're kind of happy, and we're happy to have a build every week. We're happy to see these new things happen all the time. It's kind of cool. But let's face it, the majority of people using their PC don't really care about that. They don't really care about, the photo app that gets a story mode. They don't care about, whatever feature that is added here or there, or the transparencies, or they just want to have something that works. So it's kind of interesting when we look at it. And as we go into the Fall Creators Update, one of the things that I did say when I did my 9-part review of the Creators Update, one of the things that I said is, now here are all the new things compared to Anniversary Update. But I did end in my conclusion with, well, nobody will notice anything. Which is pretty much, I did get that comment a lot. People saying, yeah, well, you're kind of right. I don't really see what's new in here. And it's going to be almost the same thing for the Fall Creators Update. The regular users that are in the Fall Creators Update, when it arrives, will just look at this and say, hey, I don't see a difference. I even have people that have the transparency, the acrylic, in their own face when they're looking at the screen and don't even notice it. I don't think a lot of people will notice that there's new things in the settings panel and all of that. It's just amazing when you think about it. And of course, this week, the talk of deprecated features like Paint and Paint 3D and all of that. I found a little too much hype. It's too much hype for what I consider something minor. But then again, maybe there's a lot of people that use Paint and I don't really realize it. Now, Paint is not bad, but it's getting older, and of course you have Paint 3D now. That is an app that technically replaces Paint, but it's not the same. You can't compare Paint 3D, because at first I said, who cares? We got Paint 3D. But then when you look at Paint 3D, and we kind of realized that Paint 3D is not as maybe simple to use, especially for somebody that kind of used Paint all the time. You know, there is a difference here, for sure. And so, you know, I don't know. I don't know what direction is Windows going into, where Microsoft, you know, Microsoft changed the terms of the service agreement like for the third time, and the way that actually Windows as a service is distributed. They kind of fixed one thing for enterprise, saying, well, you know what, we're kind of gonna lower the amount of updates maybe that you guys want to get. Maybe that's what a lot of people would like also. I know a lot of people that don't really care about, you know, even in my clients, I do see a lot of people that are like, just, well, I don't really care, and I don't want to have these, you know, installs that take an hour and a half, and I'm always scared that they're just going to break something. But we are advancing still with the Windows operating system, and you know, new features here and there. You know, the people, the My People experience, promising easy, you know, sharing of files and stuff. OneDrive with its new feature of basically, you know, having the possibility to just have file on demand, so the files don't always, you know, appear on your PC, but they can be online. So, for example, here it's enabled. I do find one thing interesting also, the fact that we'll have a file history in OneDrive where we could see some of the older files we were using. You know, that there are some interesting stuff in there. But tell me who, personally, who will link their phone to Windows and want to go back and forth from their phone to Windows or Windows to their phone when they're on the internet. You know, stuff like that. Gaming is an important part of the Fall Creators Update with, you know, all sorts of new features with the game bar and everything, but still, it's a minority. It's interesting to see that they're adding features that just a minority of people will actually be using. But we're advancing, and I mean, we're still at the 2 updates a year, and the next one will be Redstone 4. It's going to be something like, you know, 1803 or something like that, because it's going to be in March of next year. And we'll have, you know, more features. We'll have features that didn't make it this time, we'll make it next time. Interesting when we look at the Fall Creators Update, where we're advancing and how I don't think a lot of people will notice a lot of difference. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.